Get ready with me story time on how I went getting my driving permit.
Okay, I already did my little skincare routine. Just gotta brush my teeth. Anyways, how do I even start this? So, originally I was planning to get my permit by like before 2023 ended, but here's the thing. My dad wasn't able to get me the driving handbook until like school had already started. Yeah, because I was gonna like start studying for it like over the summer, but then we couldn't get it until school started. And then of course, with school, I got way too busy with that. And, I barely had the time to study for the permit. So I started studying like the few pages, like little by little. And yeah, and then I studied more during winter break. And then I pushed my goal, right? I pushed my goal back to January. Yeah, I know we all don't like pushing back our goals and stuff, but I had to do it, as much as I originally like I wanted to, try to receive it, before 2023 ended. I mean, I had to push back that goal. So, then school started after New Year's, right? And, got busy with school and stuff, and I was like halfway through the handbook. So yeah, by the end of January, I was like, no, I don't feel confident about it. And then my dad had scheduled my appointment for the permit test in the middle of February, but then with the school dance, because like he had originally planned it the day of the school dance, right? But here's the thing, as I mentioned in my Get Ready With Me for Valentine dance video, the dance was originally supposed to be the 16th of February, but with the weather, it was pushed back to Friday the 23rd, which was the day I was originally supposed to take the permit test. So, of course, with the school dance, my dad had to reschedule it to yesterday, March 8th. Like, how it went was like, they had me go in this one corner where they had all the computers to take the online test of it. And yeah, it was just 25 questions, that's all it was. There were 3 questions I had to skip and go back to at the end of the test, since here's the thing, because the test, it was a multi-choice, right? All the questions were multi-choice, and like the 3 questions I skipped, I was like, okay, I don't know which one. I mean, I know it's not this one. Like, I remember it was one about the snow, like, what should you do, when you're about to like, skid on ice and stuff. And I remember one of the answers was or not answers, the choices, sorry. One of the choices was to like press the brakes, to stop it. And I was like, okay, no, that cannot be the answer. Because I do remember my dad was saying, it was one day when it was snowing and he was driving, he was saying like, he was telling me like, okay, this is just a little tip for you. Do not ever press the brakes and stuff if you happen to like drive on ice, because then it's only gonna get worse, if you do that. So I'm like, yeah, no, that cannot be it. Like, so yeah, then I went back and then I remember the answer. So the choice I chose, I think it was so like you just had to just remove your foot slowly from the gas pedal, if you're about to like skid on ice or something. So yeah, and that was it. And I mean, I do remember my dad even told me that too. He's like, do not press the brakes, instead just slowly remove your foot from the gas pedal. So yeah, the last 3 I skipped. I was like, I know I was correct on those last 3. I don't know, I just wasn't confident about it at first. Yeah, so that happened, right? And although I did make 4 errors on the test, still passed. So yeah, wasn't all bad. Yeah, if I would have made 2 more, oh no, I would not have passed. Oh, and then do you want to know the funny part about this? Is like literally, so after I took the test, so of course I saw my result on it, obviously, right? And then my dad came to me, right? And then he because the computer, like, I don't know why it just then went out right after I took it. I think that's how it goes at the place where I took it. I think that's how it goes. Like, once you're done taking the test, the computer just then goes out. Anyways, So my dad, like, oh my gosh, dude. So he comes up to me and asks me like what my result was, right? Because like I said, the computer just freaking went out, right? And I just like messed with him saying like, oh, I didn't pass. So and then he was like, well, what exactly was your result? And then I was like, I don't know. I just saw I made so many errors and stuff. And then he was like, oh, that's all right. He just looked a little like down about it. Yeah, so yeah. And then he's like, okay, well, let's go. And then he like walked off, and then he said, and I'm like still sitting there on the chair, right, where I was taking my test. And I was like, I'm just kidding, I actually passed. And then that's when I told him what my score was, right, which was 84. And yeah, so of course he was all like, are you being serious? I'm like, yes, I'm being serious this time. With me failing the test, that was all just a joke. And then he was like, oh, like, yeah, so I know, crazy. But yeah, to my surprise, you know, like this was like literally my first time taking the test and I passed. I know. So yeah, like I was over here like trying to, you know, get it before 2023 ended. Then in January, then in the middle of February. But I ended up getting it yesterday, which I mean, we're still technically in the beginning of March, so yeah. But I mean, God's timing is better than ours, right? So, I mean, as that one verse, Isaiah 60:22 says, at the right time, the Lord will make it happen. I mean, like, honestly, like, it is still hard for me to believe that I officially have my permit. I mean, although I am not, you know, those kinds of teens that's all, you know, like freaking desperate, you know, to start driving and stuff. I know it is an important life skill you need for life, right? So that's when I'm like, okay, I really need to start learning how to do this, right? For when I become an adult and stuff. Yeah, so as I was saying about God's timing, like it's something I did learn last year, you know, like you cannot rush. You cannot rush things when it's not God's timing. And when it is his timing, you can't stop it. I was studying and stuff, you know, these last few weeks for it, but still, like, I don't know. I just didn't feel like mentally ready for it, for the test. So that's why, like, during some of my classes, because honestly, most of my classes, I didn't really do anything. It was like a free class for me since, I mean, third quarter had just ended. So yeah, of course, you know, the teachers are all, you know, busy grading everything for third quarter, you know, for all students. So yeah, like during most of my free classes, I would like just spend those classes like last minute studying some things for my permit and all that. So yeah, and then that's when I started to feel, okay, somewhat confident about it. Anyways, that is all for this story, and I will see you all in the next video. God bless y'all.